So hi everyone, we are going to start with our English lecture series for 2020 session, and in this we are going to deal with our very first chapter, that is noun. So let us see what is a noun first. A noun is used as a name of the person, thing, place and idea. Name of the person can be anything like Radha, Mohan or any other name. Similarly, it can be any place like Delhi, Lucknow or any other place. Similarly, it can be anything like a table or a chair, and it can be any idea as well. Now let's move to different kinds of noun. In this, we'll see what is a common noun first. Common noun is name given in common to a particular section. For example, boy, girl. Animal is also a common noun. It is also a name given in common to a particular section, right? Now let's move to what is a proper noun. Proper noun is name given to particular person, thing, place. For example, Delhi. It is a name given to a particular place. Similarly, if we are referring to a person, suppose her name is Sheena. So here we are referring to a particular person. So this is a proper noun. Now, what is the difference between common noun and proper noun? The difference is that in common noun, we are referring to a particular section. However, in proper noun, we are referring to a particular person or a particular thing or a particular place. We are not referring to any particular section in this. That is why it is known as proper noun. Now let's move to what is collective noun, right? So collective noun is basically name given to collection of person or things. For example, audience, class. Let us consider a very simple example. Suppose we are sitting in a theater and person sitting in that theater is known as audience, right? This audience is a collective noun. But suppose we are referring to a particular section, right? Suppose there are various boys sitting in this audience and there are many girls sitting in this audience. If we are referring to a particular section, suppose we are referring to boys only, then it is a common noun, right? But if we are referring to collection of these boys and girls, it is a collective noun. I hope this difference between common noun and collective noun is very, very clear to you, because I have seen various questions in previous year exams where it was asked to identify which kind of noun is it. So that is why I am making it very clear here. Now let us see what is an abstract noun. It is name of a quality, idea, concept. For example, beauty, honesty. Abstract noun is something that does not have any shape. For example, beauty. It is a quality. It does not have any shape. Similarly, honesty. It does not have any shape. So these are abstract noun. Now let's move to different rules of noun. Let us see rule 1 first. What does it say? Uncountable noun are used in singular form only. So for this, we should know what is an uncountable noun first. An uncountable noun is a noun which can't be counted. It is a noun which does not have any shape. For example, see this advice. It does not have any shape, so it is an uncountable noun. Hair. You can't count how many hair you have on your head, so it is an uncountable noun, right? Now see this example. Young person dislike the advice of elderly people. So this advice is a uncountable noun, right? You can't say young person dislike the advices of elderly people. No, that is wrong. Also, when I was going through previous year papers, I saw an example there. It was, you should be true to your words. I think it was in 2019 paper, that is previous year only, and the question was to spot the error in this sentence, right? So the error in this sentence is words. Word is an uncountable noun. So this words is wrong here. The right sentence is you should be true to your word, right? It is an uncountable noun. That is why it is written as word, right? Now let's move to rule 2. It says much or more is used in case of uncountable nouns. Many is not used for denoting plurality. So when we are considering uncountable noun, what we are going to use to denote the plurality? It is much or more. Many is used in the case of countable nouns, right? So let us see this example. He was punished for committing much mischief. So this mischief here is an uncountable noun. That is why to denote the plurality we are using much. We cannot say that he was punished for committing many mischief. This is wrong, right? To denote the plurality, we will either write much or more in case of uncountable noun, right? Now let's move to rule 3. It says, there are some of the collective noun which are used with plural verb. In rule 1 and rule 2, we were dealing with uncountable noun, right? But in this, we are dealing with collective noun. And we know what is collective noun? Collective noun is name given to collection of person and things, right? So what are those nouns? So these are the examples like cattle, gentry, peasantry, people, majority, right? So let us see this example. Cattle are grazing in the field. Now why are? Because cattle is a countable noun. Sorry, it is a collective noun. Since it is a collective noun, that is why are is used with it. Similarly, see this example also. Majority are in the favor of this hospital. Majority again is a collective noun. And in case of collective noun, we use plural verbs, right? So that is why are is used here. Now let's move to rule 4. Some collective nouns are used with singular verb when they are used as a body or group and not as a member. So what are those nouns? The examples include committee, jury, house, ministry, family, mob. See this example very carefully. The committee is unanimous on this issue. Now why is this used? Is used here because here the committee is considered as a body. That is why singular verb is used here. But see this another example. To make it very clear, I have taken this example. The committee are divided and there is bitterness among the members. Now here in this example, we are referring to the members of the committee, right? That is why this are is used here. But in the previous example, we were referring to a body. The committee was taken as a body. That is why singular verb was used there. So this is the difference. And these are the very minute details that you need to take into your consideration, right? I hope this is clear now. Now let's move to rule 5. Rule 5 says that some of the nouns are used with singular verb. So what are those nouns now? These are the branches of learning. For example, mathematics, physics, statics. So let us take an example. Mathematics is a difficult subject. So is being used here, right? Because this is a noun which is used with singular verb. Similarly, physics. We can say that physics is a very interesting subject. Similarly, statics. Similarly, we can consider some diseases also like mumps, measles, games in sports also, billiards, aquatics, gymnastics. Now let us see some examples. Politics is a dirty game. Okay, so this is a noun that is used with singular verb. Just because there is an S behind this noun, it doesn't mean that we will use R here, right? This news is disappointing. So these are some of the very common examples that are seen in various papers. Now let's move to rule 6. Some of the nouns are generally used in plural form with plural verb. For example, trousers, scissors, gymnastics. Now let us see this example. My scissors are not sharp. Why are? Because scissors is a noun that is used in plural form, right? That is why a plural verb is used with scissors. Now see next example. My spectacles are very costly. Why are? Because again, spectacles is a noun that is used in plural form. But this is a very important note. A pair of spectacles has been bought by me. Why not have? Because in this, spectacles is not referring to plural form. A pair of spectacle means we are referring to a singular form of the noun, right? That is why singular verb is used here. That is has. This is an absolutely correct sentence. This is the difference. If we are using spectacles or my spectacles, that means that we are using plural form of that noun. But if we are using a pair of spectacles, that means we are using singular form of the noun. Right? Now let's move to rule 7. Rule 7 deals with the use of apostrophe S. Sheena and Rahul's father. Now if apostrophe S is used with the person who is after and, it means that he is the father of both. That is Sheena as well as Rahul. So we are referring to a single person who is father of both Sheena and Rahul. Now let us see another example. In this, Sheena's and Rahul's father are meeting today is written. Why are? Because here father of Sheena is someone else and father of Rahul is someone else. We are referring to two different persons. That is why R is used here. If apostrophe S is used with person who is before and after and as well, it means we are referring to two different persons. Now let us see this mother-in-law. Generally, whenever we write mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law or brother-in-law, this apostrophe S is used with laws, not with the mother or father or brother or sister, right? So what does this mean? Mother-in-law's behavior? The behavior of mother-in-law. Boy's hand. Now this is something very important again. This is not my book. This is somebody else. This is a very minute mistake that we commit sometimes. What we write? We write somebody's else. But this is wrong. Whenever else is there, the apostrophe S is used with else, not with somebody. Right? Nature's law. It means the law of nature. Let's move to rule 8. Rule 8 deals with the use of fraction. 1.5 years are wasted. Why are? Because 1.5 year. It means something that is countable, that we can count. That is why R is used here. Similarly, 1.5 hour, this is a typing error. 1.5 hour are wasted. Again are. Why? Because again this is something which is countable. But see this, a year and a half is wasted. Now why is? Why not are? Because a year and a half denotes to a period. Here we are considering it as a single entity. That is why is used here. Right? Now let's move to rule 9. Rule 9 deals with some of the nouns and their plural form. Like commander-in-chief, the plural form is commander-in-chiefs. Major general, the plural form is major generals. Attorney general, the plural form is attorney generals. This S is not here, it is attorneys general. Lookers on, the plural form is lookers on. Medium, the plural form is media. Mothers-in-law, this is mother-in-law, and the plural form is mothers-in-law. MA, the plural form is MA apostrophe S. The plural form of datum is data. So these are some of the words. You can find some other words as well. Right? So at the end, I want to give you a question that I saw in the previous exam, somewhere in 2019 again. The question was, so now let us consider the example. The police is becoming more and more inactive. Now you need to spot what is the error in this sentence. So if you have heard to this lecture very carefully, I believe this is a very, very simple thing that you all can solve. And the answer here is this. Here, what should we use? Are. Why? Because police is a collective noun here. Right? That is why we are using plural form here. That is why we are going to use plural verb here. Okay? So this is one of the example. Now let us see another example again. It is darts are played by men as well as women. Again, this is very, very simple. You need to spot the error. The error is are, because it is a game. Right? We had considered earlier the example of aquatics, gymnastics. So it is also one of the game with which is to be used here. Right? I hope this is very clear to you. And with this, I take a leave. We'll meet next time again.